is videos in the background queued up, because I also don't want to try and risk, YouTube getting mad at me on a live stream, because I don't need crap tanking. I don't need stuff falling apart. And I'm super tired right now, because I don't know why, but apparently I decided to wake up at freaking 5:30 today. I rolled over, I closed my eyes, and I'm like, I'm going to go back to bed, and I woke up at 5:55 again, and I'm like, I hate everything right now. Also, don't mind me, I'm eating Reese peanut butter and chocolate covered animal crackers. You guys just arrived in Selly? Yeah, buddy. You're almost caught up. We love it. But I have a number of channels queued up here for some spooky videos. Some of the channels we are going to be mainly focusing on just specific videos. Because, you know, you guys voted for this. You guys did this! We have to watch spooky, scary videos. Also, if you're wondering about the camera, I ordered and had a special little mechanism that goes onto my monitor, so now I can use my camcorder, because how I had my camcorder set up before, it would freaking shake at everything. So I didn't like it. The vid has 20 to 30 minutes left. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sully's a fun place. Sully's been also fun for a city to explore. But yes, you guys voted for some spooky, scary videos. Now, I keep on trying to find short horror. It's actually like really, really good, because we found footage films, and we found Buckshot Roulette, Pop Playtime video, and we also found through that there was a FNAF video, and I'm trying to find more of those, and I constantly am trying to keep my eyes out. But here we are. Here we are, King. I know you voted for more Dark Ages, and we're going to do more Dark Ages tomorrow. I feel like we just keep on steamrolling through so many of those chapters, and then there's other chapters where it's like, yeah, you're going to take a while. You're going to take a while. But yeah, I keep on trying to find some short horror channels here on YouTube. I keep on finding analog horror. I'm not complaining. Analog horror is pretty great. It can be pretty creepy. It can be pretty spooky with what you can do with it. But we need to start finding more short horror. But in today's stream, we are going to be watching some Undertale analog horror. We're going to be watching, and this is from a channel called Dr. Flying Fish. We're going to be watching Dreamcatcher Technologies found footage analog horror. They do have a little teaser, so we might watch that really quick before we dive into that. And that is from Cinecore Studios. We're going to be watching some more Backrooms. That's actually not from Kane Pixels. But this channel is heavily inspired from Kane Pixels. We're not going to watch the entirety of this channel. We've watched a few of the videos already. What we're going to be mainly focusing on today is the found footage ones. Backrooms found footage 2, found footage 3, and found footage 4. And then, I got in trouble from the... I got in trouble! This was the first thing YouTube ever actually removed and gave me a warning. And it was mainly because of how I titled the video, so that's not going to happen today, but, I'm not going to talk about what it was. All I know is, YouTube, I apologize, this is fine, though, because I'm not going to ever mention anything, because we respect the terms and policies, and we are fully okay. But we're also going to be watching, because I did not realize that more Local 58 came out. I mean, that one came out 2 years ago. I had no idea. But then apparently 2 other videos have come out 7 months ago. I also just realized I'm not subscribed. That'd be why. Then again, this leaves me a little bitter and sad because of the fact that I got in trouble. But again, we are respecting terms and policies. I'm never saying anything from what got me in trouble. Because we're good. We're going to behave. In truth, I literally did nothing wrong, and I probably should have just changed up a few things. I actually recently, because speaking about trouble, I got a warning on TikTok because of a video, and I was like, I probably could have blurred that out when I was editing, so it wasn't an issue. So that one's on me. I got a warning from TikTok. I had a video taken down. Oh man, we're breaking all the rules out here apparently, guys. So that's great. But yes, we're going to be watching, because I calculated all this math. There should be over 3.5 hours worth of content here. Apparently I was rebelling. Yeah, you know, I'm really trying not to get in trouble with these platforms. I love creating content. I love uploading stuff. I love creating things. I'm trying not to get in trouble. Okay? But yeah, here we are. But yes, we have over 3.5 hours worth of content here. Now, I say that knowing how I am in most reactions. I know how I am when watching things. And it usually takes a little bit longer than that. So we're probably close to like 4 hours. So this will probably be a long stream. Probably one of the longest ones I've done. I don't count D&D streams anymore as long because that's such a group effort thing, that it is such a huge connection collab for storytelling that I can't count that as my own personal stream. That takes so long. 8-hour stream? Heck no! I have so many things to react to. I also do want to say that these from this stream probably will be cut up and uploaded as videos. So if you hear me saying, oh, we're now watching this, is because now that's going to go into a brand new video. So, what about your 24 or 12-hour streams? I don't think I could survive a 6-hour stream anymore. I am old. At least I feel old. That's where I've made friends with all of these younger streamers that are a little bit young. And when I say younger, like literally 2 to 3 years younger than me. Who will stream for so many hours, and I sit there going, what happened to me? What happened? Although I will say, there may be moments of where we do 10+ hour streams again, but that is for big ol' things. That might be more of like a subathon, and when I say that for YouTube, I mean like actual subscribers, not members. Just like maybe could do 10+ hour streams of memberthons. I don't know. Stuff like that. Of where it's, you want to see me and torture me by making me stream longer and be on camera? Here we go. Subscribe or become a member. Your energy has transferred to another vessel. My son took all my energy. I look at that 7-year-old running around rampant in my house, and I'm like, that's where it went. That's where it went. Because at 21, 22, I was like, I could feel it deplete. I could feel it deplete. 23, I'm like, oh, what's happening? 24, 25, I'm like, ah! 26 and 28, I'm like, I don't want to be up anymore. But here we are. But we're going to go ahead and get started because I don't want to talk for too long, as much as I do love talking to all of you guys, because this is the main point of having a community. This is the main point of doing what I do, is I love talking to you guys. But you voted for this, both on Discord and YouTube. You voted in the polls that you wanted reactions. I'm tired of this. Well, that's too dang bad! You keep streaming! Excuse me, I burped. Sorry. But we're going to go ahead and get started in this, and we're going... Oh, here we go. We're going to start this old stream off, and yes, I'm saying this for the video, because this is in a previous video. We are watching some Undertale analog horror from Dr. Flying Fish. We got 5 videos here. We're going to be watching them in their full entirety. As someone who has loved Undertale, Deltarune, has constantly been looking at fan games, has friends who have played Undertale, and I have just gushed over it. I love it. Still haven't beaten Sans in the general run. We don't talk about that because that made me rage quit. That's the only time I've ever actually rage quit on stream. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to watch spooky, scary videos. Because as stated, this is in a live stream, and you voted for this. You should play Undertale or Undertale Yellow. You know what? Listen, there's a lot of fan games from Undertale that have been recommended to me, and they are on the list. Or back to the general run. I'm never touching that general run again. It made me too angry. Because I'm sorry, you want me to go back to Undertale? And I haven't played it so long, and you want me to fight Sans? Are you nuts? Alright, we're going to start off. Because with these 5 videos, we have Mount Ebot Disappearings, Investigation, History of Monsterkind, The Decay of the Civilization, and The Great Disaster. I hope you got your snacks and drinks ready. Because if you don't, that sucks. Now, I want to say this because this video is in a playlist. It's just going to be playing one right after the other, and we are not going to interrupt it. I'm going to try my best. Sans fight would be practice for Night Rain. It's not the same movesets. I'm going to eat my Reese animal crackers. For the past few years, 7 people have been reported missing on Mount Ebot. Oh, you don't want to say the year of the 20XX? 7 person went missing on 1509. Police have been trying to find any clues to the missing people around the mountain, but it seems like nothing useful has been found. Well, that's because it gets cleaned up real easy. Last and possibly the worst theory where the missing people might be is where the underground is. That they fell into the hole on the top of a mountain. The depth of the hole is estimated to be 1,000 feet. That means that the chance of surviving is not guaranteed. And yet Frisk did it. But even if some of them survived, it's unlikely that they will survive for long there without food or water. Do they not remember the monsters down below? But then there's one more thing about this whole story, specifically about Mount Ebott. Long ago, two races ruled the earth, humans and monsters. One day, war broke out between the two races. After a long battle, the humans were victorious. They sealed the monsters underground with a magic spell. If monsters are still down there after such a long time, it could be a possibility that they won't be so friendly towards fallen humans. Well, they're more curious of anything, or even maybe these monsters. Changed over the time living underground. Oh, there's a lot of changes that have happened underground. To more primal behavior. Ooh, that could be a fun thing to explore. Sans fight would be practice for Night Rain. You should def do Night Rain live. I mean, bet. Yes, I would love that. I love that. Seeing the creatures take on more feral primal states. The following tape is for use by the members of Blank. Only any information given in this tape is strictly confidential. Copying, sharing with unauthorized users, recording the audio or video, exhibition or reproduction of the tape is strictly prohibited. Well, guys, we're going to jail. Hope you're prepared. We're going to jail. We're getting arrested. We got the tape. After a few weeks since the disappearance of Blank, the seventh person on the territory of Mount Ebott, the Blank Police Department sent an investigation group and caving experts to go inside Mount Ebott to find at least any clues of the missing people. Oh, so they're not worried about the possible magic. The caving experts that joined the investigation were Scott and Jeffrey. I mean, we already got the first name, why did it last? They were equipped with every important caving gear. Scott was given the camera and a microphone to communicate with Officer Connor. The rest of the members waited on the top of Mount Ebott and watched everything Scott got on camera through the computer that connected the devices. Wait, does this mean that does this mean that, because we got teasing already of primal, savage creatures, does that mean that we'll see Sans, Papyrus, Undyne, all of them actually be so more vicious? Oh, please tell me. The following audio is the conversation between Connor and Scott during this investigation. Oh, you gotta get away from the flowers. You have to get away from the flowers. That's monster made. I love how it's still not like a myth or a legend, it's still real history for everyone. Oh. Oh, are they gonna meet her? They're gonna be Toriel? A butterscotch pie? Alphys? Ooh. Alphys in a primal state would be wild. Wait, hold on. Was that something? What was that? Oh. Yeah, because you have to remember, there are tons of tiny, large, and massively sized creatures. It could be Alphys with all those hallways. You know, I find it funny how they're being offered the ability to leave and come back with a much larger group to explore. Your character explores everything, sees everything, all by themselves, and depending on the run you're doing, you either exterminate everything, or you leave everything alive, and it's all happy and dandy. Yet these guys are not deciding to turn away. They just found something completely old and ancient that ties back to history that has been taught. Why would you not want to go back and maybe have some extra aid and help? Is it pride? Is it ego? Or is it just the drive to want to find any traces of the missing people? I would leave and come back too. But yeah, no, this... do you think this is from the Gina route? This could possibly be from the Gina route of they could find traces of death. They could find monsters now that are very angry and protective and a lot more aggressive than they were originally. Probably American. Oh, probably true. Oh boy. Yeah, go back, leave. Run! I have a feeling they met. That's not Toriel, is it? Napstablook? I'm not sure what it could have been. Oh boy. What a sentence. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. Well, he's gotten eaten too. Oh, we hear the running. Well, maybe you guys should not go into the underground. The following images are the last photos that Scott took before connection with him was lost. Oh goody, he fell into the trap rooms. He probably did. It's interesting seeing Undertale in this point of view because of the angle we usually get it at. So I definitely feel like you could do a lot more scary stuff with this. Oh, Oh boy, you got a close-up shot. Now we're into History of Monster Kind. Next session will be soon. It'll be very soon. Don't you worry.
Welcome to the History of Monster Kind.
Is there captions? Yes, please.
Film, we will tell you the chronological history of our
Hold on. Why are my subtitles not that good? I need my subtitles to be better. I need 100. I need it to be I need my proper subtitles here, please. They're not very bold. Nah, that 50 is good. All right.
And dropped in the underground. From the times we ruled the earth to the present day. Prepare yourself for quite the ride into our history.
900 AD. Oh, we're going way back.
Monsters ruled the overworld with another race called humans. For centuries, the two races ruled the earth in peace and harmony. Unfortunately, it didn't last forever. A long and brutal war sparked between the two races, but humans were victorious. The rest of the monsters that weren't killed in the flames of war were sent down under the Mount of Bot. Humans with a magic spell sailed the only way out of the underground with a magical barrier that hasn't been removed to this day.
Well,
being the magic that is too complicated and strong to be removed by the magic of monsters. And the monsters slowly
that's why they needed souls
and built a new civilization
and
the
hearts.
world had never seen before.
1200 AD.
The capital city was soon built near the barrier, so that monsters could live and look at the sealed exit with hope of getting out one day.
So torturous.
A century later, monsters went deeper into the underground. Surprisingly, the underground was much bigger than our ancestors thought, making them go more deeper and inhabiting more areas. The new and the second capital city was soon built in the deeper part of the underground, so that monsters could not also live but explore more parts of the underground without having to walk long distances from the old capital. Despite being trapped in the underground, with the help of the magic, the new nation quickly became habitable for all inhabitants. With magic, many inhabitable places were terraformed to the great places to live. The waterfall for the sea lovers, Pocket for hot folks,
yeah.
and Snowden for those that preferred cold weather.
Oh, I miss those puppies. I miss the dogs.
Civilization became more and more advanced. In the early 1500s, the building of the most important structure in the underground has begun. This structure heats the entire underground, filters the air, and also works as a storage facility and also as a magic generator. This structure got the name Core. Thanks to the core, it is possible to live in every part of the underground without worrying about anything. The core spreads such things as food and electricity through the entire underground, making the life of our kind easier. Without the creation of the core, monsters wouldn't have evolved that much and that fast in such things like magic and technology. And maybe even without it, we would have been evolved into much more different creatures than what we are today. Considering that we as species, we evolve much faster than, for example, humans. Our evolution obviously also depends on the place where we live and the conditions of the place. In our current time, the underground is a prosperous, beautiful, and a great place not only to live, but to wait for the day when our kind will finally be freed from the underground and finally see the sun above our heads again. That day will come, and monsters will prevail once again. Thank you for your attention, and have a great time. May the Lord save us and help us rise again.
Until a certain figure walked inside and went, I want everybody's heads. So there was an issue at the core. 100% blaming Flowey for that. Because of course it's gonna be, oh, it burst into flames. And that's why they became primal, is because without the core they couldn't really sustain and maintain everything. And I 100% firmly believe, and no one can tell me otherwise, that Flowey sabotaged it. Or they had too high of a call on it, and they were just overworking it, and it just could not be sustained in any logical way. Which I can kind of see that, because as much as they spread out throughout the underground, you're eventually going to get cramped. Eventually going to start having overpopulation, and that's when you're going to start having to start feeding so many more people than you ever thought possible. And that's where you are probably going to have certain parts of your society start to crumble and devolve and get more ferocious. And that's... Ooh. I would not be surprised if they started cannibalizing one another. The Coronation Day.
On the 14th of May, 1945, the kingdom of Monsterkind got its new ruler. On this day, His Majesty Prince Asgore Dreamer and his wife, Her Majesty Princess Toriel Dreamer, were coronated in the Hockland Cathedral, located in the central square of the capital. From this day, the kingdom is under the control and protection of His Royal Highness, King Asgore I. May the Lord save the king.
Who is your guys' lord? What would the monster kind's lord and god and savior be? Would it be their king that is their savior? Because we know Flowey's obviously the devil, like 100%. We gotta admit though, as much as they are underground and they are limited because they can't actually go out and see the sun, they still have really great locations, really beautiful landscapes. You still get sea, you still get fire and lava, long live our King Asgore I, and you get snow regions, you get all these different places. I feel like I'm part of the human conspiracy theorist. Part of like, keep the monsters where they need to be. The fire is too strong. We don't have enough water in time to put out the fire. We could have gotten water from the waterfall. Since the region has enough water to put out a fire 2 times larger than the one we are dealing with, heck, the whole underground should be helping us to put out the fire. But no, the king doesn't let us get the water from the waterfall, since it will waste the water supplies of the neighboring region. And that this fire isn't much of a threat as we Hotlanders describe it. Does he even see what is happening here? The whole Hotland turned into one massive bonfire. Everything is burning, even the waterfall and this... I knew you weren't going to give me enough time to read it. I knew it. Even the waterfall in the cities near the old capital are on fire, but this bastard is hiding in his palace and doesn't see what is going on. He probably doesn't even know that soon this whole disaster will affect every living soul in here very soon. So Asgore refused to give aid. He refused 1 week after the explosion. King Asgore I, Queen Toriel.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. For the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to come up with any ideas on how to fix the situation, yet no good ideas come up in my head.
Well, Tori, you shouldn't stress out that much. You need to rest. You've been looking awfully exhausted lately.
I can't rest. Asgore, do you even realize what is happening? The core is gone. It exploded, and 2/3 of the territory of Hotland is in ruins from the shockwave of fire. And that's not it. The whole underground is suffering from the migration crisis. The civilians from Hotland are running to the waterfall or the capital. There are dozens of monsters stuck on the border of the capital because there are just too much of them coming. There have been also high numbers of clashes between the civilians and the guards. Oh, and how could I forget? Since the core is gone, magic is now dangerously limited. Without the core, we can't generate food or magic. We can't have electricity or filtration of the air.
But we don't need core to make food.
Asgore, do you really not understand the whole situation? Are you really that ignorant and naive? What about the electricity? Without it, you can't make anything nowadays. there have been reports of monsters suffering from famine in the most distant parts of the underground because not only they don't have any connections with the core, but also they are suffering from the loss of electricity. They are starving. The monsters are starving. And I am trying to come up with any idea on how to fix all of this, which is weird. Since you are the ruler of the underground, you should be the one thinking about how to fix that.
You tell him,
I
Tori!
ordered to organize the refugee camps, also the evacuation centers in Hotland so that there will be less injured civilians. Did you think about the core? Did you think about how to bring the electricity back? Did you think about how to save your people from starvation? I did, but I... What do you mean, what? You didn't think of that? Look at me! I've been eating as little as possible so that Kara and Azrael could eat more. And you didn't think of how to make something so that everyone could eat as much as they want. Toya, I'm trying. You don't give a shit about your own people. That's not true.
She's the people's champion right there.
Nothing serious, dear. Go back to sleep now. I will evacuate everyone from Hotland, and then order the royal scientists to find any solution to fix the core. I wish I could believe you, Asgore.
This is what's gonna lead her to leave 2 weeks after the explosion. Or are we gonna get a royal announcement? NBC News. Monster Broadcasting.
Welcome back to the daily news of the underground. It's been 2 weeks since the explosion of the core. Since that horrifying event, the casualties have grew from 100 to 10,000 across the underground. Around 85% of the buildings in all of the underground, including the 2 capital cities, have been suffering from the electricity loss. Since it is heavily limited and is only used
I can't with that
in the
voice.
busiest and most
Welcome,
important
radio.
parts of the 2 capitals. A week ago has been reported that the flu and cholera pandemic has broken out in the regions that were the most affected by the crisis. Lack of food, electricity, magic, and other important supplies have caused the most severe humanitarian crisis that our
But
continent has
oof
ever
info,
seen
yeah.
before.
It's a lot of info.
Real scientists have been working hard on trying to restore the core, but it can take years for the core to finally be fully restored.
The thing is, they don't have years. The thing is, they don't have years. Also, again, what's up, radio? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. But they don't have years because, again, they've already, within 2 weeks, went from just a small amount of casualties to that's pretty severe for the underground. They're losing out on food. They're losing on the ability to... They're losing on the ability to actually have order, and it's only going to get worse. So I guarantee by the 3rd week, it's going to be hell in chaos. Oh man, they don't have time to get the core back up and running, and even if they actually do get it running, by that time, the loss is going to be so severely felt.
Considering what is happening right now in the underground, it seems like a lot of monsters won't live long for that moment. And we wonder, what we will do now. How are we gonna live? This is the question that everyone is asking. But the most realistic and, unfortunately, the worst case scenario is that we will go back to the Stone Age. Or even maybe, at that time,
Extinction.
there won't be anyone left.
That's why they're getting primal, that's why they're getting feral, because they're going to start feeding on one another. We're skipping the 3rd and going right to a month after. Attention, the following material is suitable only for the members of the royal family. Seeing the upcoming material without the personal permission of the royal family is prohibited. I don't know, I identify as a royal family member right now so I can see this.
When we thought it couldn't get worse, another tragedy happened.
Let me just
in
put
the
on my
royal
disguise.
family. Kara Dreamer, human that was adopted by the royal family, got terribly sick by flu. A week later, Kara Dreamer passed away from the virus that was too strong for Chare's already weakened organism.
Oh
The
boy.
king and queen are mourning the loss. The child of man was buried underneath the golden flowers with the view to the sky, in royal family's private garden. These flowers were deeply loved by Kara. Now she can finally rest in peace right underneath her favorite flowers. Fly high, Kara Dreamer.
Oh, flowers, you say? Flowers, you say? We know what that means. We know what that's leading to. 1 month after the explosion. Technically 4 weeks is a month. Sorry. Oh, Toriel, you've seen better days. Unless that's not Toriel. I can't take it anymore. Let me just turn that down a little bit. Everything is getting worse. Please do let me know if the sound is too loud. The whole underground is suffering from epidemics and famine. I lost my child. Oh, that is Toriel. She's not handling it well. I am starving. I want to eat. I want to eat. Oh, she's gonna eat. Oh, that's where those explorers came and they shouldn't have. Scott and Jeffrey, you became a buffet. She just saw you and went, ah, she got ya.
I'm home. I was talking with Dr. Alphys and it seems like we can fix the core earlier than we thought.
Alphys mentioned,
We can
woo!
finish it before we will lose more of our civilians. Tori?
Oh, please don't tell me she's eating her other child.
Hello? Is anyone home?
Oh, boy, you're not gonna like what you find, Asgore. 1, 2, 3, surprise!
Oh, Tori, here you are. Did you hear what I told you?
Yep. Yep. Knew that was gonna happen. Unless she's eating her own body? Oh. Oh no. She's always been the sane one, though. Is she gonna eat him? She's repeating it. She's going to start going into a very big breakdown. She... I think she's gonna chase after him and eat him. Ooh! The following audio is the last song that the Underground Sirens played before going completely silent. The song is about the hope of the monsters and that one day they will leave the underground. They ain't leaving. Not anytime soon, not with how monstrous they are. The Queen ate her own child, despite the dislike towards the royal family among the civilians. It still shocked a lot of people. Alright, so it was in her own hands. She did in fact eat her own child. King Asgore ordered the guards to deport Queen Toriel and lock her into the new capital, the city that was slowly turning into abandoned ruins. The king himself fell into severe depression. He isolated himself from everyone and everything by locking himself in his own throne hall. Nobody saw him in person again. And that's how he's gonna get a monstrous form. The royal family is gone. The kingdom of monsterkind is gone. What a saddening end to such a powerful race. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. No, we don't need the breathing. I could do without it. All right. Again, if the sound is too high, if it's too loud, please do let me know. I will adjust it really quickly and accordingly. But holy crap. Yep, like I said, without the core, they were going to start cannibalizing. It was not going to go well. There was going to be the clashing. Toriel was the very first example, and she was the one that was very much for helping everybody. She wanted to do good for her people. And Asgore did not react fast enough. If he had maybe reacted faster, if he had made better choices, if he had made the tough calls, things probably would have been better. But now we have the Great Disaster, and I believe this is the last one in this playlist. Monster Kind Broadcast Corporation. Captions? Yeah. Hold on, I think captions are definitely a little bit big. We're gonna shrink them down. His Majesty's inspirational speech. News of the day.
On the 13th of March 1962, in the central square of the old capital, His Majesty King Asgore I gave a civilian speech full of hopes and dreams. In his speech, King Asgore reminded his people that the current century marks the 1000th anniversary of the monster kind getting trapped in the underground. He also gave a hopeful message that from now on, monsters will be actively seeking any possible way to break the barrier that keeps the monsters trapped in the underground.
Oh, they found a way.
Previous rulers. Thanks to our technological achievements, we now have many ways in our pockets to try and free ourselves from the trap that we have been stuck in for a whole millennium. The people are inspired by the speech and have high hopes for the future of this nation. May the Lord bless and save the king and his people.
Well, the king wanted to save his people, but he failed spectacularly. Project Spear of Justice, 1105-1970.
Project Spear of Justice was developed by the royal scientists by King Asgore's order. But before explaining what the project is about, we need to know how the core works. Inside the core there are 4 containers and 1 massive reactor in the middle. Each container stands for storing and delivering different important resources that the royal scientists add into them and control their amount. These resources include magic, electricity, warm water and food that can be delivered quickly from one region to another in minutes.
A handy-dandy transportation system.
Send their resources into the reactor that separates and transports them into various pipes that are inside the walls and roofs of the mountain across every part of the underground. If there is imbalance between the containers, like the lack of water for example, the structure needs to be closed before the containers transport them into the main reactor. Because if the reactor gets imbalanced amount of the resources, it can cause a variety of issues, from mixing resources with each other to...
That's what happened. It
when
did.
the ways to the reactor are
It got a
closed,
cutoff,
the
and it didn't work.
structure must be put on a low power mode, which slows the process of the core. It might be annoying to the civilians that their food is delayed, but it is for their own good. After the structure is in low power mode, the scientists use the magic from the magic container to generate the missing amount of food to make the balanced amount of the resources. The magic itself is getting collected by monsters that they get to fill the container through special machines made by the scientists. Mostly the scientists themselves give their magic to fill the containers.
Hey,
After there
Alphys.
is a balance between the resources, the core is getting turned back on the normal working mode. Now, about the Project Spear of Justice. The main objective of the project is to send a massive amount of magic from the core's reactor straight into the barrier through the special pipes.
So, they're able to actually compensate, which means someone wasn't paying attention. So it obviously wasn't Flowey, because this was all before Flowey sprouted and happened. But there was an imbalance that caused the explosion because it was working so hard and it just didn't work. Because they could have fixed it, no one caught it in time, or it went boom because they poured so much magic into the barrier and then it had a nice kickback on the machine, which could have also been part of the barrier spell put there by humanity.
Theoretically, the big amount of magic
It's theories, man.
Power the magic that the barrier is made of, which could lead to its destruction and eventually the freedom of the monster kind. The possibility of this project to be successful is unlikely, though His Majesty is determined in its succession.
It could have also been that determination and wanting the Spear of Justice to work so bad that it's what destroyed the kingdom, and the king didn't want to have to take responsibility for it. 26th of April 1973, 7:30 p.m. Dr. Sparkle, Dr. Fergus. Oh.
Okay, this thing works. So, greetings. This is Dr. Fergus speaking. This tape is for educational purposes. We are pretty much making a historical event where we might have found a solution to finally break the barrier and free ourselves from the underground.
You're so hopeful, so optimistic.
Passages of the continuous Oh, but before I'm gonna do that, I think I really need to tell you where I was instead. Even if this project, Spear of Justice, isn't gonna work, it would still be nice to record it as one of the many experiments of ours trying to get out of this mountain. Maybe even this tape will be shown in schools as one of the many attempts of our kind trying to break free.
I want to
maybe,
break
if
free.
this is gonna be successful, this tape will be one of the most important pieces of evidence of our kind and our greatest achievements. We will make history. I will make history. Anyway, what I need to do... right. Turn the system to full power mode, and there we go.
Fergus, are you ready?
He's jumping
Yes,
so
just-
far ahead. 7:40, so 10 minutes later.
Okay, so now we have to transport magic from the magic container to pipe W. That connects to pipe E, which will then be delivered straight to the royal guest. And there, the king and his soldiers will use the pipe as a cannon of sorts to shoot straight into the barrier, destroy it.
Alright.
Did you block the passages?
Yes, everything's fine.
Okay, good. So
I don't think it was blocked.
send the magic from the magic container to pipe W, which will then send to pipe E, and then pipe SE. Basically straight to the corridor where the barrier is located. The king and the engineers already pulled the pipe from the underground. It's facing the barrier.
I can barely hold my excitement. Even if this isn't gonna work, it would still be a nice try.
Yeah. But I hope this will at least weaken the barrier. I mean, we live in a very technologically advanced age, so now we have much more possibilities and opportunities than, for example, 100 years ago.
Right.
And then it all came crashing down.
This place now. Now all we need to do is to send the magic into previously set pipes.
Alright, so I'll just press here. Locate this one right here. Okay. Everything is at this place. You ready?
I surely am.
Here we go.
Okay, it's all turned on. It should be working.
So, when it will reach the destination?
In about 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. Hey, Sparkle, you want me to bring you something to drink as a celebration of possibly succeeding in our project? Sparkle? Is everything okay?
Nope.
Did you block the passages of the containers to the main reactor?
Yes I did. What's wrong?
Look at the screen.
Something didn't get blocked.
Why does it show that 3 containers released their contents into the main reactor?
He wasn't paying attention.
Wait, hold on.
Fergus, that was the first thing that we needed to do. Did you forget to do that?
No, I was sure I blocked them.
Do you know what could have happened?
I'm gonna go with that. That could happen.
Attention. This is not a test. There has been an imbalance between the resources inside the core. Please turn the emergency system to shut down.
Fergus was too excited. He was too far ahead in his mind, thinking that this was gonna be his big break.
5 minutes. It will cause a meltdown inside the reactor. Turn the emergency
It was
system
all
to
because
shut
of
down
him.
immediately.
Fergus, go and push the emergency button.
Focus!
It doesn't work.
What? God damn it. This is Dr. Sparkle speaking. There is a resource imbalance in the core, and the emergency system doesn't work. I need all available scientists and engineers to go into the core and help us to fix this before it's too late. There's only me and Dr. Fergus. We need more people here.
The pressure level in the reactor is also filled with resources. The worst is inevitable.
That was...
Pressure levels have reached its maximum point. I need all available scientists and engineers in the core now.
That's so fast, though. There's no time to react.
Was that noise?
That would be the explosion that ruined the entire underground. Kinda looks like it's got eyes and a smiley face. Photo of the first explosion taken about 5 kilometers away from ground zero. It literally looks like it's got a smiley face. The Royal Castle. Oh, King Asgore's gonna get a very fun phone call.
The magic supposed to arrive at this moment.
Maybe there's a problem in the pipes, or maybe the royal scientists delayed the deployment.
It could be possible, but
W.
why?
What's up, Zero?
It should be working well.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Dr. Alphys. What's
There you
wrong?
are.
You don't look so good.
The core. It exploded. It's on fire.
Excuse me.
The people on the Hotland don't have enough water in their region to put out the fire. They require water from neighboring waterfall region. Your Majesty, please allow them to get water from there. Your Majesty.
Jeez.
Oh, it's nothing, really. About the water. Why do they need the water so much that they require more water from another region? I'm sure they'll be fine and the fire will be put out easily.
Oh, he's such an idiot.
Your Majesty.
I answered your requests. You're dismissed.
He literally could have stopped it.
Your Majesty, was you serious about the core exploding? Your Majesty?
Well, if you go for a walk, you'll see a giant cloud. He's more upset. If you realize this, from an ego and pride standpoint, he's more upset that his attempt to break the barrier just failed. He's realizing it, and it's kind of his fault. He could have literally left it alone. It is both the scientist Fergus and Asgore's fault that everything went wrong because Fergus was so gung-ho, so excited. He didn't actually double check that everything was the way it was supposed to be, but they were also trying to make sure that Asgore got what he wanted, which was all of their resources piling in so they could do their beam attack on the doors. Holy crap. For real, bro lost his brain real quick. Yeah, he went into meltdown mode and just started denying everything. Like, he went into straight denial so fast. Call between the underground firefighting department and the Hotland firefighting department. Like, Waterfall could have probably put out everything and saved them all.
There was an explosion of coal which got the fire. Hotland firefighters are trying to put it down, but it doesn't go out very well. Our water supplies are running out.
Okay, let me contact you to the local Hotland firefighter station.
Everyone from every single station here in Hotland is already here, but it's still not enough to put the fire down. We need more water from neighboring regions to put the fire down.
I understand. I contacted the Waterfall Firefighters Department. The Waterfall Firefighters are on their way.
It has been
Can
over.
you explain what exactly happened?
Everything was
Boom.
fine until the core started shaking violently. We thought that it was just doing its job as usual, just a bit more active, and then suddenly alarms broke out, and then it just blows up. Just where the hell's the water from Waterfall?
It's on its way. It's gonna arrive soon.
It has been only 30 minutes and it's still not here. Just send us water from anywhere. I don't give a shit. We need the water right now. The fire is too strong.
The second explosion occurred at 8:26 p.m. It was so loud that everyone from every corner of the underground could not only hear it, but feel the ground shaking. Oh, that would be so terrifying. Imagine being in Snowden and you're just rocking back and forth.
What was that noise? Maybe it's the magic that finally...
Your Majesty! Your
Oh,
Majesty!
you're so in
There's a
denial.
I'm sorry, but haven't I told you and Dr. Alphys that I do not allow sent water from the waterfall? The fire is surely not as dangerous as people say.
Your Majesty! The core exploded again! Much stronger than before! There have already been reports of hundreds of deaths and thousands of injured people around Hotland. The shockwave from the explosion damaged some of the pipelines in other regions. Your Majesty, this is a severe disaster that is gonna affect hundreds of thousands of people, including the royal family. What are your orders?
He couldn't make a single call.
Your Majesty?
Oh, contact me with the royal scientists immediately.
Yes, in a minute.
What? Oh, is that the rumble? Oh, he's tweaking out. He's crashing. What the heck? Is that the monster's language? What is this? I'm seeing zodiac signs right there. Brother. He got too high in his head that he could not make a single decision. Wingding's font from Open Office, lol. Whew. What the heck is he saying? Three to 5 weeks after the explosion, Royal Lab. 3 to 5 weeks.
Dr. Alphys?
Oh, Your Majesty. Welcome back. I just finished the statistics of civilian casualties.
It's not good.
1.5 weeks after you organized the evacuation of Hotlanders to the refugee camps in the outskirts of Hotland, the casualties decreased by 40%. I know it's not as good as 80%, for example, but still good, right?
Oh, Alphys.
That's wonderful to hear.
There's more good news from me. The blueprints of the core were intact. That means we can use them to rebuild the core instead of trying to build it from memories and photos.
That's fantastic. Didn't expect to hear 2 good news in a row, especially during such a difficult time for all of us.
That's good news!
Anyway, I made some cup noodles for us. Would you like some?
Sure. Thank you.
Oh, Alphys. She will forever remain as one of the most innocent of the underground.
Majesty, how How's
To an extent.
family?
Oh, they've been, well, not bad, but could have been better. Toriel is acting weird, but
She's
Asriel
hungry.
has been doing just fine.
Welcome back, King.
He stays at home more often than usual for obvious reasons, but other than that, he's been fine.
What do you mean by Toriel acting weird?
She's hungry. She's starving.
Since the explosion, she has been acting strange. Like, for example, not eating much. I mean, I know and understand the current situation, but we still have enough food and water for our family. But she either gives most of the food supplies to Asriel, even too much than needed, or she simply refuses to eat. She's saying stuff like, I can't look at the food and eat it while there are starving people out there. I told her that despite the difficulties, the food and water supplies are getting sent to those who are in need, but
She's the people's champion, man.
Listen. She says that she won't eat a crumb until I will give enough food to every living soul in the underground.
Oh, she's got a good heart.
She doesn't do anything. She just belittles me and complains about me not doing the things that she thinks are right. She really wants to act as some sort of a hero by pretty much starving herself and...
Oh, I had to sneeze so
like I
bad.
said, at the same time, not doing anything useful. I just hope that everything will get better soon.
I'm sure everything will be fine. Maybe Her
No.
Majesty is just very stressed out and might say and do strange things.
Possibly. She has been really emotional for as long as I remember, so...
Oh, Elphys trying to be
maybe
so
will
happy.
eventually fade away.
I'm sure of that.
Thank you, Doctor. Genuinely. I really appreciate your kind words.
Do you want to take some of the noodles so that your family can have some too?
Sure. Oh, I don't know about Toriel since she will most likely refuse so that she can pretend to be a poor, starving civilian. But Asriel and Asriel might enjoy them a lot.
Great. I'll
That was a shot at your wife. Holy.
Thank you. I will always appreciate your help.
Again, I don't think
mind it.
Asgore's seeing the
I should
image,
thank you
though.
for always coming here and helping me and other people to organize nationwide aid.
I can
I'm
see
just
that.
giving orders and listen to your advices. Nothing else.
I'm still thankful to you for simply coming here and at least trying to fix the situation.
You're always welcome, Doctor.
Oh, Elphys, ever just so cheerful, so happy, and trying to see the better of it all. And now we go to 1 month after the explosion when Toriel lost her freaking mind and ate her own child. All because she starved herself. She wanted to make sure everyone else was happy, everyone else was content. What is that noise? But she drove herself to madness. Is Dad back? Oh, now we're seeing Asriel's reaction? I missed him. He has been at work for so long today. Oh, oh no, that's your mom. Your mom's coming to munch you. She's been fattening you up, man. I don't want to see that. Oh God, there it is. Not goat mom. She's losing her mind. Well, not losing. She's already lost it. And oh. Mom? Oh, don't! Oh, yeah. Hands on ground type beat. Yeah, it was 100%. The Queen ate her own child. On the blank of May 1973, approximately at 4 a.m., it has been reported that Her Majesty Queen Toriel committed an act of murder and cannibalism of her own child, Prince Asriel. His Majesty King Asgore found his wife in their son's bedroom, sitting in front of a half-mauled corpse. I said at the beginning, this crisis was going to send them all spiraling.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
Doctor.
Your Majesty,
Oh, he's not doing well either.
What happened? What should we do? What can I do for you?
There's no need for you to do anything.
can. I don't want to look around.
Oh.
I don't want to look at what have I done. It's all my fault.
Oh, now you come to terms?
If it wasn't for me, none of this would have happened.
Wait!
Thank you so much, Dr. Alphys.
And now he abandons his people.
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you walked in and saw your wife eating your child, that would justifiably leave everyone and anyone traumatized and not doing well. And poor Alphys, after 1.5 months after the explosion. So approximately 6 weeks later. Oh, Alphys isn't doing well either.
It's been 2.5 weeks since the incident at the Royal Palace. King Asgore, well, former king, has locked himself in the throne room and refuses to get out of there. The queen was sent to life in prison of the new capital, far away in the most western part of the underground. After the king
In the
left
ruins.
us, everything went downhill.
Oh, Azrael was
I heard that
scared.
The new capital is in chaos because of the heavy restrictions of literally everything. Electricity, water, food.
Okay, I don't mean to be so mean and terrible with this, and forgive me for saying this. Why does this look like an image that was pulled right out of the French Revolution? Sorry, I'm gonna continue.
Everything is very limited. The reason for it is that the city is located far away from the old capital and other major cities, making the air transportation to the new capital much more
Probably was.
difficult. And what's worse is that the new capital doesn't have enough facilities or factories to produce vital supplies. Like, for example, electricity.
Overabundance.
City has always been
Actually, no,
dependent
not
on
enough
foreign
abundance of
aid and
anything.
supplies.
Overpopulation.
The people there are protesting. and
Not enough to go
committing
around.
Violent riots, making the city the most dangerous place in the underground. Snowden, meanwhile, is suffering the same thing as the new capital.
Not the
lack of
puppies!
food and electricity led to massive famine and unrest in the region. Waterfall isn't having a great time either.
Well, at least they got water.
At least they don't have water problems. 50% of the territory in Hotland became uninhabitable because of the explosions and wildfires.
Oh, I feel like Sands and Papyrus would be part of the protests.
The whole underground is in turmoil. We have no leader to follow, no plans, no ideas what to do. I mean, they have some ideas, but it's unlikely that they might work. I don't know what to do. I don't know anymore. I just want everything to end.
What about Undyne? Where's Undyne in this? Where's Sans? Where's Papyrus? But again, I feel like Sans and Papyrus would be with the people, angry and frustrated and protesting. 2 months after the explosion. Undyne, being who Undyne is most likely clashing with the people. In the Waterfall region, specifically in the administrative capital of the region, Bloberg, a meeting between the former Waterfall Royal Army was held. Since the king who was in command of all the army in every region resigned, there was no one in command of the army. So who's left in charge? As a result, the most powerful and influential general of all the Waterfall military, General Undyne, was elected as a leader of the army. Ask and ye shall receive! We get to know. What are the terms? Meditum? General Undyne was furious with the resignation of the king, believing that Asgore betrayed his own people. Justified. Metaton was the announcer for the TV news broadcast. Under her command, the Monsterkind Revolutionary Army, or MRA, was formed. Oh no. The goal of the MRA was to organize a coup against the remaining monarchist government located in the old capital and then establish a new state where monsters would never go hungry again. Oh boy. It is the French Revolution. At least that's what the military promised to the people. But it never held to that promise, did it? The waterfall, under the control of the military, declared independence from the kingdom, establishing the monster-kind democratic state. Well, here we go. It was the beginning of the underground civil war. What about Flowey? I feel like Flowey's gonna make an appearance at the end of this. The MRA quickly advanced to Hotland, massacring the armies that were still loyal to the king. Viva la Revolution. When they reached the old capital, brutal street battles began across the street, which led to even more casualties and destruction that the city has never seen before. So more death. That was the answer. More killing, more loss of life. While less people to feed. After hours of fighting, the MRA broke through security of the royal castle and raided it. General Undyne ran straight towards the throne room, where Asgore was. I think you're gonna find a monster within. Get out of there and face me, you traitor. You left us to rot. You abandoned us. Get out of there and face me. There you are. Prepare yourself. Oh, there's the sound effects of her attack. You cannot leave me hanging. After a while, General Undyne was thrown out of the throne room with heavy injuries. I told you he was going to be monstrous. He was going to be primal. He was going to be savage in his appearance and force. The MRA was forced to retreat. They lost her and were scared. The underground civil war ended with both sides achieving nothing but more destruction and casualties. Need battle music for sure. Wait, is that Metaton? He's just strolling around.
I can avoid. How unfortunate that it all came to this. No one is really interested in my shows because only a small percentage of people have access to still somehow working TV nowadays.
I mean, yeah, you can't enjoy it when you can't see it.
There is no time for me to be sad and all that. I gotta check Dr. Alphys. I haven't seen her at all today.
Gotta go back to your friend and partner.
Alphys, darling, you need to leave your room at least once every day. You know you can't be there forever.
Want to bet?
There's still plenty of canned food left, and I know that you can't live without eating at least one can per day.
Alphys. Oh, I really hope Alphys didn't take herself out.
Come on, darling. It's time to come out.
Yeah! She took herself out! The last audio thing sounded like it really did. Why? Why did you do that, Alphys? What did I do? I was always there and you could talk with me about your problems. You knew I can't just die. Yeah, Metaton can't die that easy. You abandoned me to rot all alone in this hellhole. Why, Alphys? And now Metaton's gonna go nuts. It's all just crumbling so fast. All because they just wanted to break through and out of the underground. Evolution of monsters throughout the years. How much is the, oh my gosh. Look at him! Stage 1, 1973 to 1977, so just 4 years. (1977 to 1980). In just short 3 years, it's all gone so terribly wrong. I'm exhausted, leave me alone, I'm messing up my words. What about after 1980? Oh boy. 10 years. 10 years of misery. Temmie? That's not a Temmie anymore. That's a Tommy. I don't want to go into that underground anymore. Oh, that's the worst stage. Ah, I don't want to go into that underground. Just drop a bomb into it. Is that the end? Under Mount Ebot. Is that can't be the end. Please tell me that Dr. Flying Fish, you gotta make more. That cannot be the end. I need to see more of that because it feels like there's so much that could be added on. Wait, yes, we are getting a season 2. They did drop a nuke. This is what's happening from it. While the core exploded, that was pretty much a nuke. That's pretty much a nuke. But that was Dr. Flying Fish. I, after the stream, will put a link in the description below to go and check out their channel. There is obviously tons of other content here for those that wish to watch it. But we are getting a season 2 for Under Mount Ebot, which I cannot wait for because I think this as a whole is a really cool idea to see what could happen to the underground if everything just went wrong. Now I can sub to Fishy. Oh, I'm 100% subbing to Fishy. I'm 100% subbing because I gotta show my support. I gotta show my love. This was a fantastic series. I want to see season 2. The last mention of it was 2 months ago, which means that Dr. Flying Fish is hard at work. But we are now going to move on. We are now going to go on to Cinecore Studios. So this is Dreamcatcher Technologies from Cinecore Studios. I have no idea what any of this is about. Again, I go searching for analog horror. I keep trying to find all kinds of fun, new, and interesting things that also aren't always similar to stuff I've already watched. And I stumbled upon this, which they've also done short films. I don't know if any of these are really scary. They look like some of them are action-packed, comedy, but we are here for the found footage analog horror. That's exactly what we're going to do. Now let's go in and watch the teaser to see maybe if we can get a little bit of an idea of what we're going to watch. What's up, Random? How you doing? I'm also going to subscribe to Cinecore. Notice what could go wrong. Oh, there's so much that could go wrong. There's so much. Alright, let's take a look at this teaser. What kind of story are we in for here?
Imagine a world where you can experience your greatest dreams every night when you fall asleep.
Sword Art Online?
A world where your only limit is your imagination.
I think I should have a limit on my imagination, 100%.
To Dreamcatcher Technologies. Our top scientists here at Dreamcatcher Technologies
I love that helmet.
A comfortable headset that allows you to be in a complete lucid dreaming state. Once the patients have reached complete lucidity, their brain produces signals.
DMs don't have limits. Of course I don't have limits.
They are processed through the Dreamcatcher system in real time to then be watched live or saved for the future. And very soon, you too will be able to dream big and dream bold with Dreamcatcher Technologies.
So I'm pretty sure there's an actual horror movie that is based around dream catching. And I can already see where this is going to go so horribly. What is that? Oh. I can already see where this is going to go horribly wrong. But yeah, no, as a dungeon master, I don't have limitations to my imagination. But I feel like there should be limitations of what you should do for people. Like being able to see dreams. I don't know if that's good. Let's go ahead and see what horrors and nightmares some people are going to experience. For internal review only. Well, once again, guys, we're breaking the rules. We see this so much in analog horror, and I love it. Because it's pretty much pushing that point of someone stole a tape. Someone leaked out footage.
Where you can experience your greatest dreams
We just watched this.
every night when you fall asleep. A world where your only limit.
Because we watched the teaser, let's just skip ahead a little bit.
It is, folks.
Alright. Because we watched the teaser and it was pretty much that, so let's...
So there it is, folks, our first look at this incredible advancement in the science of dreaming. Now, let me just say, this is a totally mind-blowing invention. To have control over our own dreams is unbelievable.
I don't think we should,
Although
though.
the Dreamcatcher systems are still in testing, I can already imagine the days when we can sit around and watch each other's dreams.
Pause. No, I'm good. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't think I want to broadcast my dreams. I don't know about you guys. My dreams are mine. They should stay mine. Even if this kind of thing was to become real, which would not surprise me if someone was working on this. My dreams are my own. Back off. I also don't want people knowing what I'm dreaming about. We all have weird things that run through our minds. Let's not act like we don't have weird things that play throughout our minds. We have weird fantasies that when we dream, those things kind of tend to happen. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Do you? Do you? If you do, I have questions.
Won't that be something?
No!
We will keep you updated as soon as more information about this scientific breakthrough emerges.
Cancel
right
it!
Here on the
Cancel all of it. Oh, no, wait. They're probably going to cancel it because some horrible stuff is going to happen. They're probably going to have... They're going to obviously have patient testing to make sure it works properly. And it's probably going to go so bad and someone's going to die. I'm calling it right now. I like to see the wacky... No wacky stuff. Keep that stuff to yourself. Wait, that's what Patient 5 is dreaming about? Just an orange cap? What do you dream about, a sitcom? Because that's what that looks like. That looks like a sitcom set. I'm judging you for your dreams. Ever have someone judge you for your dreams? not your dreams and your wants and your desires. I mean, shut up, you know what I mean. Someone's gonna lucid dream, but it'll actually be IRL. That's the thing. Is at what point does the dream start affecting the mind so much that you can't tell what's the difference anymore? That you are under this device so much that you are actually in reality, but you feel in your mind like, oh, it's not real, and you jump off a building.
So, Dr. Orion Sleeple, it says here you're a neuroscientist, professor in neurology, written 4 books.
Dreamception. Mm-hmm.
CEO of Dreamcatcher Technologies. Is that correct?
I do bird watching on the weekend, if that helps.
Oh, shut up.
So, may I ask, Sleepwell, Orion Sleepwell, is that made up? Kind of an alter ego sort of thing?
Nope, that's my birth name. Couldn't let that go to waste now, could I?
Right, I suppose not.
I mean, trademark it.
This company of yours, Dreamcatcher. Mind telling me a little more about it?
Why did he just sit there and pause? I gotta say, I do like the set design of it. I do like the idea of this, although it is also terrifying.
We're all set. Units in check. Dreamcatcher systems, lucid induction, recording engine, and speakers are up and running. This is patient 4, test number 3. All systems ready. We may proceed.
So that's not... Oh no, that is the official
Patient
helmet.
4 has entered REM sleep. Vitals are stable. Inducing lucidity now.
It does definitely feel like kind of similar to Split Fiction because of like combining ideas and things together and then experiencing them. This reminds me of a couple things, but it's super cool. This overall as a premise is very cool, but I can also see where the horror starts and the scaries of it
Patient is in
all.
a lucid state, attempting live video transmission.
For all those that watch this afterwards, because like I said before, this is from a live stream. This is cut into videos. For those that are watching the video side of this, I'm responding to chat. Everyone's gonna be sitting there like, who's he talking to?
Communication established. Congratulations, patient 4. Dreamcatcher startup was successful. You're lucid.
Could you imagine getting talked to while you're in your dream?
Slowly and deeply. We understand this is a very different feeling, but any sign of panic may result in termination of lucidity. So please remain calm.
Yeah, okay. You tell that to someone, they're gonna start visioning things that make them panic. Hi, VOD people. Chat says hi, everyone that's watching the videos. Now say it back. Say it back to the stream, people. Talk to the past. Talk to the past. He doesn't. I don't even think he knows where he is.
No. Looks like some warehouse. I don't.
We're having trouble
Alright. You're cutting out.
There's a bad Bluetooth signal. I mean, you already do. Your dream just takes their voice and implements it into the dream. I know, but I feel like your brain would register it as weird.
By the way, the whole recording thing. I assume you watched these recordings back, right?
Of course we did. Papers were signed beforehand. We were given consent.
Go back to work. Devil, stop work. Stop watching.
So, may I ask, were these
That's good.
dreams as magical as they expected?
No.
Oh. Care to elaborate?
Lucid dreaming is not an exact science. It has been studied, it has been tested, and we were the first to properly induce it through electrical signals and precise timing. Although difficult, the process is uncomplicated. However, it's the full control over lucid dreaming that is not exactly something we can program. That's not a thing we can make them do, but rather something that must be learned.
So, what you're telling me is that you make these people experience their dreams against their will?
It's not against their will.
Doctor, from the recordings we saw, these lucid dreams, and you know, I didn't go as far as to call it lucid nightmares, with how creepy, how unsettling everything was.
That is not something of our doing. That is simply a patient's mind creating these worlds. It's a dream. All we...
Okay, doctor. We still have a lot more to discuss, so we'll come back to this.
I do like that the interviewer's asking those hard-hitting questions. Like, you're kind of doing this to people. As much as you want to say, like, oh, it's a person's mind, you're inducing this and forcing this, and then you're not possibly giving a clear-cut way to get out. Hopefully the VOD watchers see that. I need to figure out a way to have chat on the screen again. That way people watching the VODs see what chat is saying to them from the past, and then the people, the fact that you guys are talking to the future, then it's shit, oh, my brain's just like, too many layers of people getting mad at one another and possibly smack talking. Okay, so this is a weird dream. It looked like he was almost at a dentist's office, and then it got like a gift shop type-y space. Patient 8's got the most clustered together dream I've ever seen. Patient 4 had a warehouse. Patient 5 just had a house. But yeah, what are you supposed to do if you start experiencing a nightmare and you want to escape? Do the scientists actually force you to wake up? Because there's a way to get people to wake up. It's called a slap to the face. Or do they just sit there to study it more and make people endure pain and fear? I do like how a lot of the dreams, there's not a single other person. It's just the dreamer. Usually in my dreams, there's other people around. Occasionally, we're playing D&D. I have an addiction. Celebration Station. Nah, let them deal with it. That is probably the go-to, is they're probably letting people deal with their nightmares so they know how to study it more and get a better understanding of what causes a nightmare. Because this would be a great sleep study to do that. It's a great thing too about a dream is you could just open a door and be in a whole other location, a whole other world. I just don't like the fact that a lot of these people that are dreaming are having some regular freaking dreams. Mine are fantasy, like sci-fi fantasy type stuff where I'm fighting monsters, running away from undead. It's all kinds of weird. You guys are having like a 1950s style dream. What is this? You didn't touch that door. You didn't touch that door. I'd walk away too. This really reminds me a lot of mine. They used to just be me walking around into places, which is why I like liminal stuff so much. That's a good point. This is very liminal space. Liminal space within a dream. If you pee in a dream, do you pee in real life? I don't know, my dreams usually are very weird. I played too many video games and seen too many shows and movies and read too many books. I feel like my dreams are so messed up. I don't want to hear a crying baby. Your dreams are being the Slayer or Kratos. Don't talk like you know me, King. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Obviously, you're in a resort or a hotel area. Oh, there's something in the water. Something in the water is making noise. Honestly, everybody that's watching this as a VOD, let me know in the comments down below what your dreams are. Because chat's currently telling me their dreams. Freaking great. I love it. But those that are watching the VOD, I need to know what your dreams consist of. Let me know if I can relate that maybe we're all having weird dreams. Or maybe I'm just one of the weird ones. That's a weird pool. Never seen that. Unless it's the circles spray water out, which then it makes sense. Otherwise, that's kind of weird. It has to, right? Although I've seen those types of things before. We have those at one of my pools in the city that spray water down. Why are your dreams so empty? Where are the people? While you're at it, please throw in the numbers at the back of your credit card. No! Nobody do that.
On the audio transmission, and we're losing video too. Hey, we need to get him out of there. No, we only lost connection. He's still in REM, so it's part of the procedure. Wait for natural awakening before we remove the procedure. Who knows how long we'll be there for? That man's being tortured, and we're just supposed to stand here and watch till he wakes up.
Well, one wants to just sit there and study. The other one wants to actually be a good person. I don't know about you, but I've never done that in my sleep. I know that some people do have some freakouts while they're sleeping. He woke up. Dreamcatcher system offline. He's not dead, is he? Because he ripped it off himself. What caused him to... Oh. Did something from his dream hijack the system? Oh no, did something from his dream infect the system and now it's going to start infecting everyone else's dreams? Sounds impossible, but a pretty cool premise. It's usually when you wake up realizing you have workers' cold. Yeah, that's that. Oh, I gotta do it all again. You might think that like, oh, it's Saturday. Oh crap, I gotta get running around to do. I gotta go grocery shopping. I gotta weed the garden. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. It's a common way to wake up. I wake up and immediately I'm like, I gotta go to the gym and lift heavy circles. Okay, so I feel like you're exploring an antique mall store. I don't know why. That's what it gives off. Or wait, this is the dream that the guy was panicking from, right? True. Is this the dream where the audio cut out? What did you see that caused panic? Oh, yeah. Oh, that would scare me too. Because if the dream has just been me for so long and then I turn around and see something, I'm gonna flip out. It's usually where I wake up, go to the bathroom, go back to sleep, and be like, I'm not gonna dream that again. And I go right back in the same dream. If you've ever done that, let me know. If you've ever woken up from a dream and you're like, nah, I'm not doing that again. Then you go back to sleep and you have the exact same dream and you're just, it's like a continuation of an episode of a show. It's just like, oh, previously on, ah! Or is that just a me problem? I wake up and be like, nope, and just play games. Oh. See, I'm getting too old for that. I can't do that anymore. I wake up, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, get a sip of water, and I'm right back to sleep. My body keeps trying to wake me up earlier and earlier, and I'm about to fight myself. Don't need the rest of my sleep. Oh, I wish. I can't function. I need sleep. I need all my energy. Yet here I sit, depleted of energy. I have a standing desk. I could literally make myself rise and stand at the ready, full of energy. Oh, I've done that. I've never had the same dream again. I've wanted it to, though. Now mine come back like, guess what? Psych, you thought you could get away from me? Then there's good dreams I have, and I'm like, oh, I want to continue that tonight, and I'm just like, think about it, and then I have a completely separate dream where I just don't dream. What are you running away from? Because all we saw was a head, but we're not exactly certain. It's at the soup store! Unless this is the infected dream. Unless this is a different, completely different patient from the guy that was freaking out on the table. And the system has been infected and is now affecting another patient. I'm 28, Radio, I'm 28 years old. Going on 29 really soon. I'm almost at that level 30 debuff. I don't see anything chasing you. You keep turning around again and again, and it's freaking me out. Close enough. Yeah, I'm close enough to the debuff. You keep looking and it's psyching me out. I don't know when the scare's coming. I know one is coming, but I don't know when. Oh, frig, man. Oh, was that a shield that was a clock? Oh, you have to go in there. Listen to the music. It sounds so fun. I mean, I would if I saw that face. True reaction, if you saw that face popping out from a corner, you'd constantly check. I mean, in real life, if you were walking down a hall that had multiple doors and you heard a noise behind you and you stopped and you turned and you just saw someone sticking their head out there, you'd be like, nope, I'm gonna skedaddle a little bit faster. But then your brain would be like, that was messed up. That was messed up. Never again. Never again am I walking down that hall. Well, this very clearly is a movie theater. At least it's giving that vibe of one.
Good God, what did you need to do? Doctor, we lost connection. We tried to handle the situation, but the patient began removing his own
Jeez.
Start up again on patient 6, Doctor. Something's wrong with the connection. I suggest we don't have time for that. The tests on patient 6 are to begin immediately.
Which patient was this then? No, wait, this was patient 4. Patient 3. So it was going to different patients. Congrats, you look young by a year, but still. Oh, if I shave my beard, if I shave my beard, I have a friend at the gym who thought I was 23. But if I shave my beard, done. If I shave my beard, everyone will think I'm like 20 years old. Because I've been told I have such a baby face. I don't like that. I don't like that though. I feel like all the dreams now start to converge to this place. Because now patient 7 is in this location. They wanted to run tests on patient 6. Patient 4 was the one that was on the table originally in a warehouse that they were actually communicating with. And then we witnessed patient 3 that then saw that weird face and then stumbled into what looked like an old style movie theater. Now we got patient 7 that seems to be in a very similar location. So are all the dream patients converging? Same dream would be interesting. I don't know if they have multiple test rooms, but if the system got infected and actually had them all merged together, I could see how they would all start being scared. I'm getting I don't think this is a movie theater. Like not a movie theater, but a theater. But I'm getting casino or possible cruise vibes. What's up, Sky? What's up, Karudi? Welcome. Love you guys. Welcome. How you guys doing this evening? I need to figure out how to get chat up on screen so I could be like, hey, say hello to the people that are gonna be watching the VOD afterwards. It's giving me fitness vibes. Shut up! No! You're not allowed to make a fitness joke! Don't you dare, Sky. Come on, give me the spookies, because right now this is just weird. Oh, every time you turn around, I get freaked out. Imagine it's like the idea that you actually go somewhere when you sleep, so it is trying to bring everyone to the same place. That would be very interesting. So what we're watching right now is, once again, called Dreamcatcher Technologies Found Footage Analog Horror, and it's pretty much about a company that is trying to maintain, record, and kind of induce lucid dreams and kind of see what they can, I guess, experiment with that. It is same location, but a little bit different. No, because the other one was a resort. This is just a little pool area. We're making a reaction video of a YouTuber reacting to scary videos. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys are ridiculous. Again, I need to figure out how to put chat up on screen for streams here. So people that are watching the VOD afterwards can be like, oh, he's not just talking to himself. Ah, Suburbia 1940. Swift should react to that. I'll react to my friends reacting to me.
Are you well aware of the recent protests that have been occurring outside of your labs?
Pretty hard to miss, I think.
Well, these protesters, activists, they're very relentless when bringing up points on the ethics of your operation. The whole dreams shouldn't kill movement and make dreams not nightmares. They were everywhere after the first incident, but it only got worse after the second one.
Make dreams not nightmares? That's hilarious.
The patient did that to himself. And the second occurrence was a malfunction. It was simply the irresponsibility of the scientists and their inability to follow clear instructions.
Mence is blaming everyone.
For to blame.
Okay, right.
Basic CEO.
Under investigation, Doctor. However, conversation within these activist groups surrounding the social implications of your Dreamcatcher system is that, let's say, in a number of years, this device was safe enough to release to the public. Every household now has one. And
Sky!
person looks forward to when they get home from work. That is, if they haven't already quit their miserable jobs to lay in bed and live out their wildest dreams. And students begin doing poorly in school.
CEOs have never blamed themselves. Nope.
Health disregarded. Society collapses as everybody...
CEOs will never take responsibility.
...restricted lives in order to be fully engulfed in their own fantasy world. Because what is even the point of living in the real world anymore?
And you laugh at
That's not
that.
much of a question now, is it?
Well, I'm wondering what you think about that.
This project was a work in progress. Once again, tests were run for a reason, but once it was polished, there'd be restrictions for those things.
The public expects to have full control over their dreams.
Well, then maybe it's not for the public. Maybe it'll be used solely for research purposes.
Do not care for the desires of the people. The opportunity.
Who cares about what the people want? This is my
The things people will be able to do.
Okay.
Enough. That's enough. All you people care about is having a device that lets you be a rich superhero who gets whatever they want with no consequences. That's all the people want. And that's not what this device is meant for.
Mans is tweaking out because he's being asked the hard questions and he really does not have the answers. It is so quick to see him go from like, I love this, absolutely love this, testing this program, this device that we're making, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, what about the public? Because what if this happens? Because it is a good question. If you have this, why live in the real world when you could have this device and literally dream whatever? Dude, I'm pretty sure if this device was real, people would be live streaming their dreams. First reaction being the Swift would go hard. I want pie. You see old Blizzard right now? Oh my god, you guys. I look away from chat for one moment. Is this Beverly Hills Simulator? It's something kind of simulator. Reactception. Holy crap, that would be just go freaking nuts. I look away from chat for one moment and it spikes into craziness. I want pie too. But no, like, why bother with reality if you could just dream and have a better world? That is also what happened with Sword Art Online. They all were locked inside of a game, and a lot of them needed medical help because they were just dying. And that would probably be the same with this, as if it was accessible to the public, people would be stuck in their own dreams and be dying from lack of nutrition. Okay, Obito Uchiha, shh, it's real though. I want to dream about. So if people in the VOD that are watching this afterwards, Karudi said that he would love to dream about me. If you watching this want to dream about YouTubers, please don't comment down below. Oh, the last scientist got fired. I do have a little bit of a list, yes, radio, of all this. What's up, Zima? I'm always open to ideas, but I don't know. Like, I kind of like my theme. A lot of horror games, a lot of gaming in general, and reactions. But I'm always willing to hear more.
Dreamcatcher systems, lucid induction, recording engine, and speakers are up and running with the addition of 4 connection cords. This is patient 6, test number 1.
All systems ready. We can proceed.
Whoa, what's going on?
It's his vitals. His vitals are fluctuating. It's those cords.
I literally said it earlier, the one patient had a meltdown and the freaking system got infected. And now look what happened. The program will never work. Look what happened. I mean, oh my god, I gotta stop looking at chat while trying to watch this. But I love talking to you guys. Oh, this hurts to watch.
Sir, I can't.
The system has now taken over. The system is now in control. Bro popped his head like a cherry! It's supposed to be about dreams. He literally got Sword Art Online. I can't say the letters because I know some of you in chat. Where's the epilepsy warning? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm trying. Why is it taking the scientists that long? Don't try to look innocent. You know you were behind this. Definition of whoopsie. I'm just a program.
That is the issue with our society. Everyone has such differing goals. Everybody wants something for the good of themselves and not for the good of advancing the world. That's what sets me and my company apart from those protesters. The media, you. And sometimes you have to take control of your ideas before the people closest to you can take it all away.
I know he wants. I know he's talking about advancement, but what does dreams have to do with advancement? What? When you really boil it down, this is where I'm like, I like this premise because it is making me go, what is this actually all for? What is the betterment of this? Unless it's to actually do sleep aid, which at that point, great, it could be used for sleep therapy so people feel more rested, feel better when they wake up, more enjoyable sleep. I can see all that. What is the point of this? AI soon for real, right? Imagine getting sucked into Elden Ring. How cooked are you? I would be so screwed. I would, with my current build, I would probably be a little bit more dexterous than strength build. Oh god, I get killed so fast. But at least I'm coming back. At least I'm coming back. At least I'm coming back.
My own scientists. They threatened me. Me. Said they'd expose the secrets of my company because I want to push the world forward. I made an effort to advance society, and they want to tear me down for that?
Nah, I'd win.
Got 8 innocent people killed. In addition to the one who killed himself, all other 7 of the patients in each of your testing rooms have
Ow, King.
off because
Dang.
of a mishap in your procedures.
I'm cooking, literally.
No, not the procedures. Don't blame my procedures.
I'm pretty sure your procedures are what just got a guy killed. I don't think you ran enough tests. I don't think that the actual programming, coding, and the overall design of everything you had is foolproof. Because you just cooked a man's face to the point of where it popped. I just started hearing a siren. I don't know if that was in the video or if that was outside my house. Pretty sure it's in here. I'm sorry, you don't want to double back? I'm sorry, you didn't want to double back? So why was he standing like that? Of just like... Oh, that you'll go and inspect, but not the figure cast in shadow? Unless this is how you're gonna die. I'm gonna throw hands with my monitor really quick. Don't you dare do the jump scare. Birds. A field guide to birds. The doctor said he likes going bird watching on the weekends. White people in movies for real. This is literally white people in movies. Actually, no. White people in movies would go and inspect and want to investigate the figure and the book. White people want to investigate everything in movies. This is why white people get killed so quickly and so easily Because we just walk towards the danger. Not me, this ain't Scooby-Doo. Run away. That's why I relate to Shaggy. He just wants to dip. I swear to God. As much as every now and then I've claimed that I'm desensitized to horror, I'm not. I'm really not. Dude, you ran, like, closer to him. What are you doing? What is happening right now? Danger? Nah, it's friend shape. Nope. No, it's not. I know that bears look cuddly and friendly. They're really not. Don't go back in there. Don't go back in there. Oh, I'm ready for a massive jump scare right now. I'm braced. I'm prepared. Are the dreams looping in each other? I don't know how connected they are at this current time. Because before it seemed as if they were all converging together. This one feels very different. Very disconnected. Very Resident Evil Silent Hill type vibes right now. If dangerous, why friend-shaped? Can you guys not? No, nothing is friend-shaped in this. Don't answer it, it's a telemarketer. Always what? What are you always doing? Oh. I actually got chills from that. Bro, keep it down. I'm trying to take a nap. Alright, now we're in the old Windows background. I mean, it could have been worse. Could have ended up in Florida. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding! Nobody come at me. I have endless jokes of Florida. It's a collect call! No one's gonna get those jokes, King. We're too old for that. Teletubbies?
Dreamcatcher Technologies
is shutting down.
The company behind the infamous Dreamcatcher system, responsible for killing 8 test subjects, has been officially shut down after recent investigations of these tragic deaths.
8?
Only 2 days ago, these 8 victims simultaneously had their heads detonated by these unstable and highly dangerous headsets during testing. What was believed to be a malfunction caused by a lack of responsibility and proper procedure of the scientists proved to be otherwise after a most recent interview with the staff at Dreamcatcher.
Tried to blame them.
It was revealed that these murders were performed by none other than the CEO and head scientist, Orion Sleepwell. He tampered with these test documents in an attempt to frame his scientists after threats of having his poor lab conditions exposed to the public. Sleepwell is still under further questioning and the lab's under investigation. In the meanwhile, people are wondering what will happen with the remarkable lucid dream inducing and recording system. I assure you,
it should be shut down.
As more information is released, we will be the first to cover it here on
Shut it down. It doesn't need to be active. It doesn't need to be tampered with. It doesn't need to be nothing.
Dreamcatcher system offline.
And stay that way. If... Don't look at me. So they literally all got Sword Art Online. That was fantastic. I really like that. That was, once again, from Cinecore Studios. God, I really hope more comes out of this, because that was so good. I'm not going to lie, because I know the length of these ones on the list with these Backrooms found footage. We're going to actually move over to Local 58. So yes, this is basically a horror news channel that covered up so much. I reacted to it a long time ago. You will never find the reaction because something happened to it. I made a boo-boo a long time ago. And I'm not going to talk about it because YouTube's going to get at me again. All hail YouTube. I'm just kidding. I'm not making that joke. But yes, welcome to Local 58 TV. 3 videos that I never knew existed, but here they are. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not talking about it. I will talk about it in DMs, but I will never spell it. No! God, no. There's no Local 58. Yes. Watch Fever Tale. I actually, Sky, my boy, on the list of all these reactions that I still gotta do. I got Purgatory, Fever Tale. I got it all, baby. I got it all. These are, if you're watching the live stream, you're obviously going to see this preview. What are these for today? So the 4 that I've already talked about is all what we're going to be watching. I need to re-add my list as well. I have such a massive list of reactions. I have such a massive list of games. There's so much that I'm going to be doing. But yes, there's new Local 58. We have Local 58 TV Close, Local 58 TV NSSA 3, Atypical, and Local 58 Nightwalk. Yes. I hope you're ready for the freaky news channel. When I say freaky, because I know how some of you are going to react, both in live stream and the VOD. When I say freaky, I mean spooky. Get your minds out of the gutter. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I need you to calm down and actually go full screen. This is why when recording it, there's a lot of stuff that's getting cut out. Like captions are the captions? Yeah, baby. Why are my captions not in bold white right now? I do not understand this. What is this? Hold on. Give me a moment here. Okay, so that doesn't work, no. Well, whatever. Why was that? Why are my captions so messed up all the time whenever I try to watch a freaking video? God! Gilbert Garfield? No, I've never heard of that. I know it would be freaky watching a live stream react to a live stream. Y'all are weird. But no, I have not heard of the gag series Gilbert Garfield. Live stream starting 2:55. Closed mission. Commentary Lander Orbiter Survey Expedition Mission to 57838 Eidolon. Why is my phone popping off right now? Where did my music go? I was promised music? I was promised tunes? Is it actually going to do like the full countdown? Let's skip a little bit ahead. Can't remember if you did White Stag or not. That sounds familiar. Holy crap, it literally is just a full-on countdown. DM me, radio, to remind me what White Stag is. Because I cannot remember if I've seen it or not. Or played it or not. Or I feel like I have. Sounds familiar. We got 25 minutes until landing. Well over 25 minutes. The fact that this is actually some people's jobs, that's actually pretty cool when you get to monitor a lot of this. Discovered in 2006, the surface details of 57838 Eidolon have been difficult to discern due to its rapid rotation and high albedo. Believe me when I say that you will never be able to take the words Big ZD seriously or harmlessly again. Oh my god. Should I be worried? That and Midwest Angelica are very, very good. Ooh. I'm gonna have to... I have to constantly add to my list of things to both play and watch. Can't believe that used to be a type of job I want to at some point. I used to want at some point. Oh my god, I can't even read. Honestly, this as a job would be pretty cool. I wonder though if it probably does at some point get very boring. I think most jobs kind of do, but I think this would be so cool just to monitor space and look for weird things. Just be like, oh, there's a comet we haven't seen in years. There's a comet we've never seen before. There's a meteor. It's coming for Earth. Oh, God! At points during its rotation, shadows on 57838 Eidolon's irregular surface lent it nicknames Face in Space and Comet Skull. I can see that. I can actually see that. Especially when it's kind of turned in certain ways on certain angles. I can see that. There's just a lot of chatter back and forth. Floating rock, I want to touch it. It's not D&D, alright? We don't touch weird rocks. This is a really massive countdown. Trying to actually really listen to see if I can hear what they're trying to say. Touch. No touch! No touch the weird space rock! Maybe you don't, but we do. I like life. What is wrong with wanting to like life and enjoy life? Unless I touch something and it gives me superpowers. Well then. Enhanced photograph from June 14th, 2008. Image courtesy Arecibo Astrophotography Society. Yeah, I can see why it would be face skull. Because it literally looks like it's a skull floating through space. Oh my god. Is this the head of a monster in space? Is this the head of a giant alien? Freaking Cthulhu? What's going on here? Be afraid, be very afraid. No, seriously, jokes and hilarity aside, the series has possibly the most disturbing antagonist of the Oregon analog horror genre. Oh, I'm very curious. Ah, Karudi touched the butt. Bro thinks he's corpse. Okay, now I can see the skull. The space skull. Amateur photograph from September 5th, 2016. There was also an entire episode of X-Files dedicated to an image of a face appearing on Mars, and it was an alien ghost that went and possessed an astronaut, and then just started causing mayhem for people that were involved in the program, and all it wanted to do was get back to Mars. So it left Mars, started killing people here on Earth, and then it left back to Mars because it was like, you know, not red enough here. It's not sandy enough. Close orbiter and lander. On the close orbiter, dual depth imaging scanner and course optimization, communications array, lander compartment on the close lander, laser accelerometer, resonance kinemetry, solar panels. Once the close lander is released, the orbiter will maintain visual from above until touchdown on Eidolon surface. Okay, so they're going to try to get as close as possible so they can actually tell everything that really makes up this comet. Which makes sense, because if there's anything valuable for resources, they could try and grab it. Or they unleash hell on Earth. You know, one way or another. Something scary is going to happen out of this. I just kind of want to, like, skip ahead. Amateur photograph from December 31st, 2017. Image copyright 2017, North American Comet Watch. Show me the spookies! Watch it turn out to just be a regular comet by the end of this. They just need a big catcher's mitt for that and we'll be fine. Just need to catch it and then rotate it around and toss it back out. Light curve based 3D model. Asteroids with a comparably high surface reflectivity often contain no iron, instead of being composed of mostly pyroxene silicates. I wonder what... I don't know pyroxene silicates all that well, so I'm not entirely sure what that could be fully used and utilized for. And I'm not going over to Google right now. I refuse. Reminds me a little of Monument or one of those other series that really takes its time. The thing is, though, I love series like this that take its time, but they know how to keep you engaged. Because your mind just goes, what is going to be at the end? What is going to be shown? If anyone knows what pyroxene silicates are used for, let me know. Either in the VOD or in chat. We love learning around here. We love information. I love learning new things. As an Amor-class outer Earth grazer, Eidolon never approaches closer to the sun than Earth does at any point in its on its orbit. And yet, it's getting close enough that something could be launched to get closer. Unless this has been a very well thought out planned mission and it's going to meet it along its course. Which, I guess could be a thing. I wish I could have captions on, but the captions are not in English, so I can't really hear what they're saying, or know what they're saying. It's getting a lot closer. There's a big old dome around. Pyroxenes are a significant group of single-chain silicate minerals with the general formula XYSI206. They are known for their importance in various rock types, particularly in igneous and some metamorphic rocks. Okay. One or two, because knowing this series, it's probably actually something. Probably something, or it could be nothing, but it's most likely something. Like, as we're getting closer and closer to the shots of this image, because this is the actual satellite that's going out to meet it, it's getting very weird. I love that we can see the streaking behind it of its trajectory. Pyroxene can be used in medium to light abrasive blasting applications such as precast concrete, where construction infrastructure and commercial architectural finishing is required. So it's good for building materials, which is actually pretty helpful. If you can obtain more from outer space, why not? Unless it turns out to be alien infestation and then we're done. Oh, now we're getting weird. As we get closer, the imaging is going to get really messy. getting really distorted. Lander separation maneuver at T10. Imagine it just pulls a transformer and it just, something on top of the asteroid just breaks it. So we got about 5 minutes until the separation happens, and then it could possibly move a little bit faster. It does take on, as we're getting closer and closer, more of a shape of a skull. I wouldn't be surprised if this is similar to an actual news broadcast. Probably a news channel that not a lot of people watch. I'm not taking shots at anybody. But a shot is a shot. So I guess I'm taking a shot. But I feel like this is something that a lot of scientists would be watching because they'd be like, oh my god, look at this. Look at the way that thing is shaped. What would the possibilities be of it? Could not be me. Is no one worried about the interference we're getting? I really just want to skip forward though, but there's so much glitch happening. I feel like I'm gonna miss something if I do. I'd like to be a scientist, but I don't know if I could contribute anything. I feel like everyone always has something to contribute in any type of field, and especially if you go into anything for science, geology, neuroscience, physics, a lot of that. Sometimes you can, like, just being helpful is contributing. Just lending your own viewpoint and your own opinion can completely change something that leads to a breakthrough. Because sometimes all you really need is an outside perspective. I don't know why I'm... Oh, it sounds so stupid, but I immediately got Thomas the Train Engine vibes now from how this looks. Because it looks like a little, like Thomas's nose, and that looks like an eye, and of how it's shaped going forward. It reminds me of Thomas the Train. His face escaped. Keep checking the timestamp, forgetting there isn't one because, you know, live. Yeah. Eidolon is classified a potentially hazardous asteroid PHA, but a safe orbit has been determined for the next 500 years. Well, at least for the next 500 years, everything's fine. Sucks to suck, future generations. I'll be dead by then. Everything's getting real funky now. Signal is getting less and less. 501, however. Ooh, the 501st years where everything just goes wrong. The voice is changing. We're getting a lot... Well, we were getting a lot clearer image of what the asteroid looked like. That's why I don't like watching horror stuff sometimes, because I hear noise in my room, And immediately it sets me off like, am I alone? I'm alone. I'm alone in my room. You never are. I got God on my side, baby. I'm never alone. Now, if anything's in here, pull the Holy Spirit on you. What the shit? Oh boy. That amateur photograph from... No, what the fudge, man? We're just gonna breeze past that. From May 19th, 2020, image copyright, Hank. You know what? I don't read anymore. I've taken my ability to read, and I've just... Asteroid says, no, 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 I'm not ready. Let me fix my hair at least. It's like, wait, I need to look pretty. Get some cologne and deodorant on, get the right clothes. I'm ready for my close-up. Oh, no, that very much is looking like a skull now. Ooh, that glitch. Looks like a Martian's face. Oh, now it's getting tense. I love it. Looks like a mouth. A gaping hole of something that shot it. He'd have been the wrong side of the galaxy. Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache. Oh, it's getting closer. It's locking on. Close to on board. Come on, contact already. Move faster. I made out one word from that and I heard emergency. This also does kind of feel like a job that you would hate if you were an introvert, because there's never been a single moment of silence. It is constant talking. So if you're an introvert, probably not for you. Why land on asteroid? Probably to better map it, try to gather what could fully be on this. And now from the looks of it, there's a lot to study of this. When viewed from certain angles of rotation, cast shadows may create the startling appearance of a gaunt face or a skull. Armageddon, duh. Sometimes you just gotta destroy it. Why noise? No need for noise. No need. Artist conception. I see it. False contrast image from February 4th. It definitely... Again, knowing Local 58 is most likely something. I guess in my heart of hearts, I just want it to be nothing. Except just a giant space rock. Ten seconds. Oh, I just remember the skull felt familiar because there was the animation with the skull guy. Oh, yeah, now we're getting a lot weirder. Oh, yeah, we're getting a lot weirder and spookier. I like this. Okay, so we still got lots of time left. I was wondering, maybe will it cut the camera short? This just shows of, oh, how little we actually know about the galaxy and the universe that we live in. Appears to be what? I really got no idea what to really comment on for about this. Like, it's just... I'm standing by, trust me. What is that? If that's an eyeball, gonna get real weird. I'm gonna get really weirded out here. My oven beeped and didn't scare me. That's how you know you're just so lasered in, is when things start happening, you're like, I can't be bothered. It's like being so locked in on the game, you hear your child fall, and like, ow! And then you're like, they're fine. Okay, so there was nothing around in there. It was just indentation and probably a little bit of rising in the rock is all it was. It kind of gives me the feeling like of a balloon type shape. See the big bubble, and then how it just starts descending down. This almost looks like glyphs below the big eye. I was gonna say, like, there's weird shape on there. Because around here, there's very weird shape. And this looks like a heavy impact, so this might have broken off of something, or something collided with it in space. Well, those are definitely weird hexagonal shapes right there. I have a feeling the landing is going to go right in here. Unless something actually reaches out. Because there's still less than 2 minutes of this. So there's still some time afterwards. I don't want to preview too far ahead and possibly spoil it for me. Now it's just giving me a piece of bubble gum that's been chewed up and spit out. Or that someone took out of their mouth and placed it on a table and be like, you deal with it, and then walked away. It's like... What is that? Why does that look like pieces of a Hershey's chocolate bar in there? What is going on? I'm not crazy, like that looks like segmented pieces of a Hershey's cookies and cream. I'm so tense right now. Is that a giant door? Is that some dude's house? Ah, it's just Dave. He got away. He's going on a little vacation. It's some Subnautica type thing. Like it's shot out of space. I have no idea. It's a dark oak door in Minecraft. That's no moon. It's a space station. Right? Like, what is that? Is that a window? You've connected. You've landed. You're there. Touchdown! Don't you dare end. What the crap was that? So what I love about Local 58, it's so weird and it doesn't always give you an explanation and it just leaves you with theories. It is a door! It is a freaking door! That's someone's house! Or part of someone's house. I literally have the thing for a green giant playing in my head right now. Bum bum bum, green giant. Someone's just living on a rock? Oh, that's clearly a face. Someone bunted the lander off. Someone kicked it off their front lawn. Knock knock, welcome. Here's a candle and some cookies. So whoever was home heard the and went, no, and just kicked it out. They landed on someone's house. I'll love that. Someone go open it. Well, someone opened it. Now we're going to watch Local 58 TV NSSA. This is a much shorter one. Alright, chill out. Okay, warning! If this hurts your eyes, don't look at it! No captions. Don't worry, it's a space marine. It's the Emperor. It's the Emperor of mankind. Weird way to broadcast Local 58. Poor Glorp had to open it. No. I saw a face in there. I didn't like that. See, this is where I absolutely love Local 58, is because they can do small, short, little bite-sized things here that will leave you going, what did I just watch? And then have gigantic, longer videos, kind of like these ones to this, that pull you in and you're sitting there like, what the crap? Like, that's what I love about it. There's so much beauty and fun in this. And they really do go for it of, like, unsettling shorts. It just works. It's fantastic. Now we're going to finish Local 58 off with Nightwalk. I did not mean to press that button. Captions. Oh, there's captions for this one. Nightwalk, 1977. Paid programming, off air. Dang, my YouTube didn't want to see that vid. It lagged the entire time. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe that was all part of the Local 58.
The last glimmer of sunlight dissolves on the horizon, newborn shadows emerge to crawl, then stride, then race across a fear-hushed world.
Okay, Twilight Zone, relax. I'm just kidding, I love it. Twilight Zone created a lot of good anthology horror. It was weird, man. I love it.
Mason County, West Virginia. Known for its share of strange occurrences and mysteries that border on the supernatural, even the occult. The ghost stories in Mason stretch back 100 years or more, as early as its founding by missionaries. The region is home to what some call the most haunted cities in America. But there is one particular legend that modern folklorists watched arise seemingly overnight. An urban legend unique to the county. The woman in profile.
Yeah, my YouTube keeps stopping and starting. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna head out. Alright, thanks for being here, King.
But unlike other campfire tales, the woman in profile first appeared in a police blotter. Authorities in Lasker City sought a person of interest who may have been the sole witness to the murder of Hannah Birch, a student at Maple Grove University. Witnesses described a woman standing in the courtyard, looking intently into the sky at something. When approached by onlookers, the woman moved away into the shadows, her gaze still fixed upwards. Then she disappeared entirely, without a trace. Since that night, there have been over 24 sightings of a woman who only appears in profile, her face upturned to the sky.
The lady can see me even though I'm not.
Witnesses say the figure has even tried to...
Sounds of everyone having the same thought at 6 foot. Like, listen, I don't have a type.
Hey.
Wait, that's a double-sided face. She's not like a weeping angel style, right? Because you didn't just look away to then look back and then she's closer. Because they tried moving closer and she moved away. That wasn't a woman. That was not a woman! A predator cannot differentiate between prey and accomplice. See, and then you get that from Local 58. You get nice slow burn, and then you get right in your face scary. I'm so freaking here for it. Oh, I love it so much. That was Local 58. I love it. I love all of it. Oh, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm getting really burnt out. I'm getting so exhausted right now. My eyes are fighting to stay open. I know I had one whole other thing I wanted to watch, but I think this is where I'm going to call it. Because I am just so tired. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to be live tomorrow with more Doom. I probably am going to try and do every week a voted stream for what you guys want to see. Whether that's more reactions, to the point of where we just start trying to find some of the creepiest videos we can find. Voting for random horror games, or voting for what game to play, continuing on in a series, so on and so forth. But yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. I like hearing what you guys want to see. I love having your input on what you feel like taking in for content, because I very much value your guys' opinions. And then there's other moments where I'm like, I want to do what I want to do. But thank you all so much for sitting around and watching some spooky, scary videos with me. And once again, these are also going to be cut into videos and VODs for future. So those are probably going to be out probably next week. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time. Don't forget to like, leave some suggestions afterwards of spooky videos you'd like to see me react to in the future. I take any and all into consideration. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here and you're watching afterwards. And also, you know, if you feel like it, maybe taking a step further and becoming a member, you get access to some fun emotes, and there's some fun benefits I am still working on for the Discord. There's a lot of things I'm trying out. All right. But I will see you all in the next stream and next video and next short. Just remember, I'm always watching. I'm always there. If you don't drink your water and eat your food, I will appear under your bed and I'll take your toes. Love you all very much. Bye-bye. I'll never stop being mean to you, Sky. I do it out of love. Goodbye, everybody!